Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video we are back, but not with the NASCAR, not with the free pit bike, not with the quad, but with the 1992 Suzuki RM125, a very familiar face to this channel. So it has been such a long time since I've done a video with this thing, and nothing much has really been up to it, just been chilling out. But as you guys know, we did like that 10-month long build series with this, and ever since we finished it, everything on it has been working fairly good, except for one thing that we're going to be working on today. This is still running great. I'm pretty sure the last video I did with this was installing the new Mikuni performance carburetor onto it, because the other one was leaking like crazy. It was all messed up, but this one so far has been really good. But that one issue that we're having is the clutch. So ever since this thing was put together, I've always had some issues with the clutch. It's never really like worked great. It never engages right, and it's not the little screws up here that help you tension the clutch lever to the actual clutch arm down here. It makes it either tighter or looser. I have that set perfectly to how it is right now. It usually wants just a little bit of wiggle room before it engages. So I'm pretty sure that this thing needs a new clutch. I had issues installing it, which you guys are going to see in today's video when we take the clutch out, because I'm pretty sure the whole thing's shot and there's something damaged inside. But before I go ahead and take this thing off, I want to show you guys and just test drive it around the yard quick, just to show how bad this thing is. I mean, from when we took this thing to the track for the first time, you guys saw that I could not come to a stop at all without it turning off, just because it was basically stalling out. And now it's getting worse. So I plan on going to the track at least one more time before it starts to get really cold, because right now it is super warm out. I mean, it's in November. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. So I mean, this is perfect riding weather right here, and it's supposed to stay like this for quite a while. So I definitely want to take advantage of this and try and get this thing ready for the track. But anyway guys, let's start this thing up for the first time, and I'd say about a month and a half. We'll see how long it takes to do the cold start on it. And now I'll show you guys the whole clutch issue once I take it around the yard. Gonna shake up the gas tank, get the oil and gas back together. The oil will probably settle down because this thing's been sitting for so long. Alright. God, this thing's so big. Fuel is on, choke is on. I'm gonna give it a couple slow kicks, get everything going again. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna let it warm up real quick, just because it's been so long since it's ran, but it's running really good. Like last month when I last, tinkered with this thing, off camera I just messed with the idle a little bit. It used to idle super high, and I thought the cable was too short inside of the carburetor, but it was just the settings up here, but now it idles nice and low, and then goes back down to a nice low idle. Alright guys, so it's warmed up enough. Now I'm going to put it in gear, and you guys will see what happens. So, clutch is fully in right now, put it in gear, and it stalls. So the only way I'm able to take off is if I rev it up pretty high, then put it in gear while the clutch is pulled in, and then I can kind of get it going. To a stop, and it just turns off. If I pull the clutch and while it's in gear, I can't even push it. So that's how bad it is. I mean, it'll engage a little bit, enough for it to be safe while shifting, and it won't be like I'm clutchless shifting, but it's definitely at the end of its life. And then it just turns off. My neighbors must love me. So obviously, as you guys can tell, the clutch is definitely just gone on this thing. So it's definitely a good thing that we're doing this, because it'll make riding way easier. I can start it in gear. I won't have to find neutral every single time it turns off. I'll be able to push it while in gear. I'll be able to come to stops and probably shift a little bit better once that new clutch is in. So what I want to do first is drain out the oil. It was definitely due for an oil change from the last ride, so it's good that we're doing this. But then once that oil's out, I'll take off the side cover. I'm not sure if I'm going to take off the whole entire side cover yet, but I'll just have to see, you know, how well I can see the clutch from just the little front clutch cover. But then we'll inspect the clutch and see if there's any damage. Hopefully there's nothing too bad, but we'll just keep my fingers crossed. Alright, so I have the oil draining out right now. It doesn't look too bad. Definitely is a little bit dirty. So I'm just gonna let the rest of that drain out, and then once it's done, I'll throw it back on the drain screw, and then we'll start popping off that side cover. So now that I have the drain plug all snug down back into the engine, now it is time to start taking off the side covers. But first, I think I'm just gonna pull off the rear brake, just so it's not in the way. It's just this one screw right here with the cotter pin in the back, and then we'll be taking off the side cover. Man, this thing is so dirty. I definitely gotta wash it once it's all put back together. Alright, so what you guys are about to see is not a good thing, and I did this, and I'll explain more once you guys see it. Alright, so as you guys could tell, there's no bolt here. Obviously there should be with the spring on it, but I kind of have a reason, not a good reason, but a reason why I didn't do this. So, I know I'm about to get flamed down in the comments, you know, for not putting a bolt onto the clutch, and I don't think that's the reason why it's not working. But the reason I did that is because when I was putting this thing back together after that 10-month long rebuild, I just wanted this thing done. So I had all the bolts and I tried threading them in. All of them went in except for that one. I ended up snapping a bolt inside of there. After hours of trying to get it out, it came out. So I got a brand new bolt for it, put it in. That one snapped, and then I don't remember, I think there was one more bolt that I tried, and then that one snapped as also. So I just said screw it, and I sent it, and that's how it's been ever since then. So you guys can still see the remnants of trying to get that out. I'm definitely gonna have to order a new like inner hub for the clutch, because that's just totally destroyed. But prior to that, there was probably, you know, something wrong with the threads in there that I didn't know, and that's why they kept snapping. I would never ever recommend to not put on a clutch bolt, but I just sent it for just for time's sakes. Let that be a lesson. So the center little hub cover is off, and everything looks fine in here besides the threads on these. But I'm gonna begin taking off the clutch plates, then I guess take off the whole entire clutch basket so we can inspect it. So far, nothing's wrong besides, you know, the little incident with the bolts. So I have the clutch plates over here, and they look pretty bad. All these pressure plates are pretty marked up, and they're just don't look good at all. And these discs don't look, you know, that great as well. They're all discolored, kind of looks like rust on them, which you don't want. It looks like the end of the life for these plates, because they're really just not in great shape. But now I'm just gonna pull off the clutch basket and then inspect this. This is pretty much like the big thing right here. All right, might need two hands. No way. Are you not able to take the clutch basket out from just this cover? No, it's gotta be possible. It's so close. Okay, I knew it was possible. So as I was just checking over everything, I instantly saw an issue here with the clutch basket. Yep, right there. So it is cracked, and that'll probably explain why some of the discs were kind of rough to get in and out. And by kind of, I mean a lot. So that could be definitely holding up the plates from moving and causing our clutch to be bad. So I mean, everything here really is not in great shape. all of these are bad, so I'm just gonna get brand new everything, new clutch basket, inner hub, and new discs. So I'm not really bummed out at all. I kind of expected this just because this clutch is really not great, as I've been saying throughout this whole video. So it's just good to get a brand new clutch for it, because I do plan on making this thing my race bike, you know, my full track bike. It's definitely for next summer and whatever track videos or track video that comes soon, because I definitely want to head out there before it gets cold. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be ending the video here. Stay tuned for more awesome videos coming soon with the NASCAR, the pit bike, the quad, and now the RM, which has been a long time since I've said that. So I'm going to order that clutch, and it should probably be here soon. I usually just try and find the stuff with the quickest shipping. Then we throw that on there, and hopefully it should be like a brand new bike. I'm also probably going to get a new cable for it, because the one on here is super frayed. You guys can see it in there. It's all crunchy, so I'm super excited to see how this clutch is gonna feel once the new one's in. Before I end this video quick, if you guys saw last video with the Yamaha quad when I put on the light, the promo code TREAT70, I misunderstood a message, and it's not for 70% off, but it's for $70 off, which is still a great deal. So definitely go to the last video and click the links down in the description, or look them up, www.nightlight.com, and order a light, because the one I put on the quad is still working great and it is super bright, so I definitely highly recommend them. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, friends with the channel.